All right, it was good to do that little exhibition because I just got my final grades from this term of grad school, and I was incredibly frustrated by one of them. So, work out some things through playing wrestling. But it's been fun to actually get to play MyGM with other people. So I got to play that with my friends, and I'm incredibly grateful. And it was a blast. And I hope we get to do it again soon. But also want to do, there's plenty of games to play. But hopefully this next term will be a little bit easier, so I can manage things a little bit better, a little more reasonably. A more reasonable workload, I suppose. Okay. And normally I would give like some sort of update to how my progress is going on other games or like the Zelda randomizer, but I have no other progress on other games or the Zelda randomizer because I had no time to play any other games or the Zelda randomizer. So, Hello, breadfiesta here, and welcome back to Let's Play WWE 2K23 MyGM. In the last episode, bombshell revelations in what would end up being a cliffhanger for the last few weeks. The Raw executive leadership team has been exposed on their way to the road to 10 million fans. And will there be implications? Story-wise, yeah, absolutely. But gameplay-wise, we are sitting like nearly 1 million fans over second place, 2 million over fourth place, and 3 million over third place. That makes sense. So, yeah. We're good. I should keep this actually over here. My notes. As I mentioned in like the little intro, and in the bonus episode that will be placed awkwardly in this playlist, I did get to play MyGM with some friends, and it was a lot of fun. One thing I didn't do when playing with them is I didn't have notes, which was definitely an interesting way to play the game with not writing stuff down. Interesting, not sure. I mean, I'm in third place. With there's 3 of us playing, and then we have one computer player, and the computer is set to easy and is kicking our butts. So yeah, like that. I think I'm at an acceptable place for my play style. And despite not having notes, I feel like I'm doing well. But in this one, we've got all the notes, and so we're going to go ahead and jump into Week 6 of Monday Night Raw Season 6. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense for the note that I wrote down. Week 6, everything is expensive. Got it. And then the other note I wrote is that Carmella wants a main event match. All right, let's record the emails for Week 6 before we go. Louisville, Kentucky. Hell in a Cell coming up. Okay. I mean, this doesn't really bother us too much. Okay. Wow, Raw's got a lot of money. What if they didn't? Take some notes here. We also still have the power card thing, so like, I'm just going to write down everything is expensive. Week 6. I wrote that where I was supposed to write the show. Raw Season 6, Weeks 6 through 10. Well, that's a lot of emails. Triple H. Bad news. We've lost one of our major talent scouts. Hiring new talent is going to cost more until we can replace her. Okay. Luckily, I have a replacement in mind, but won't be able to get her until next week. Okay. Hey, listen, something's come up and all special matches will cost double this week. I'm told it's some kind of union thing. Sorry about that. All right. Tyler Breeze, your show really topped the charts. How'd you manage to pull that off? I do listen to my stars and spend my cash wisely. That's exactly correct. I give my stars everything they want, and I'm incredibly conservative with my cash spending. Words to live by. Nice job, but I'll get you next time. All right. Please do. Adam Pierce, I have to say, you really crushed it with that last show. Game recognized game. That. I have to give credit to the superstars, though. They're doing the heavy lifting. True. Stephanie McMahon has not appeared once. Sure, but it wouldn't be nearly as good without you. I've got some work to do. All right, Humble. Really coming down from the last time he emailed me. Dana Brooke, who is now at 100 popularity, says, thanks a ton for putting me in the PLE. Means a lot to me. I want to do my part to make this the best wrestling brand. You are. Glad you're looking out for me. Let's keep this up. Major increase to Dana Brooke's morale. She is now optimistic. Great. Excellent. Oh, we get a shakeup too. I totally forgot about that. Carmela. Hey, Stephanie. You've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. Sucking up to the boss, huh? I'm ready to run a main event match, and I know the fans will be excited. This would mean a lot to me and for my career. What do you say? Yeah, absolutely. 92 popularity, you got it. Sounds good. So let me just make that note here. Carmella, main event. Okay. I won't let you down. You got it. Optimistic. Okay. Hungry for glory. All free agent contracts cost 25% less. Money means literally nothing to me. Leading the pack. Select a superstar to gain 10 popularity. Whenever superstars who share that gender gain popularity is increased by 20%. That's really good. That's really interesting. Share the glory. Select a superstar with more than 65 popularity to lose 35, and then the rest of your superstars gain 5. I think it's going to be this one. Select a female. Whenever superstars who share increase by 20. Now, this is interesting. Is which roster do I choose? The men's or the women's? It's also, let's just kind of preview. So we have 7 stars at 100 already. 5 women and 2 men. So it probably would behoove us to pick a men's star. It might even be reasonable to pick like Flint McStones. Since he's kind of on his own now. Yeah, I'm thinking either Flint or Mansois. But I think I'll go with Flint McStones to gain 10 popularity, and then, yeah, all the men will gain 20% for the next 2 months. That's a great card. That's fun. Storyline-wise, not sure what I'm going to do. Have at least one tornado tag match this week for pre-match physio. For my things here, tables matches, that will just happen. I do need to do commissioner goals. I don't know if I want to do a tornado tag match. Start 5 rivalries by using interference. I mean, I blew off a bunch of rivalries, so yeah. I had like one really, from seeing like this GM interference goal, I had one real like wild idea for the main event. But let's do all of our review first off. Power cards. Well, we've got $1.5 million, so we can really, like, the only one I want to buy is the Health Spa. Our roster, I didn't write down my roster. You know what? I'm going to do that real quick here. Probably should have done that before loading up the thing. We'll sort by gender. So, okay. I think I got everything written down here. And I also checked my shakeup, which was shakeups. Yeah, select a star to gain 10 popularity, and whenever a star who shares that gender gains popularity is increased by 20%. I'm pretty sure I did some male star, because just looking at my roster here, like on the women's side, I have half of the roster is at 100 popularity, whereas for the men, I just have the two. I just have LA Knight and Heath Manhattan. Yeah, I've still got some work to do with Carrie, Wendy, and Indy. And I'm building up Flint McStones. He just came back and is now a 2 out of 5 popularity. Morale check. Just looking here. JC is middling face. Wendy and Indy are neutral face. LA Knight is neutral face, which is frustrating. You're the world champ. So is AJ, Veer, Mensua, and Flint McStones. And none of them asked me for anything, so that's the best way for me to help you, is to ask. I do want to try to fill out the men's roster, so we're going to take a look here. Oh, Vicky McLeod. I'll think about her. Who do we got down here on the lower side to potentially build up? Gunther, McGirder, Kombucha, Rich Orikawa. I feel like I've looked at him a few times. Promo skill 5 out of 5. So he must have already been like built up by another show and just dropped down. Orikawa is interesting. How about, Valhalla is also on here. I'm also interested in. Legends. I rarely sign Legends, although I do have John Cena. Is there anybody I care about in here? Hurricane, maybe. It's just my bank. I did look at power cards already. Logistics. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Logistics after we book. Let's put some stuff on the card and then just see what I want to do. Or how I fit. Realistically, it's how I fit Valhalla and Vicky McLeod into my show. Okay, well, main event has to be Carmella, so let's just explore what this would look like, okay? So, Carmella has a feud with Ella, but I don't want to do Carmella-Ella this week. I have a different idea for Ella. So, what I'm thinking is Carmella, Nikita. I know it's heel-heel, so this is like a risk of a match. But here's the idea. Not running. Here's the idea. Is we start playing up Raw Executive Leadership Team. Because Carmella will get a morale boost from being in the main event. She'll take a morale hit from Stephanie interfering. So it should balance out. So we're going to think about that. Do I have a coast-to-coast power card? I'm sure I do somewhere in here. I got 3 of them. So that'll be... If I do end up doing that, I will use coast-to-coast. Okay. I so rarely do a mismatched role matchup, especially for a singles match. So this is like I'm taking a huge risk, but I'm also a million fans over second place. So like I think I can take a little bit of a risk. I can deviate slightly from my conservative playstyle for just a second. The reason is I want to do charity promo with Ella, which will make sense. I also want to do well. Okay, let's look at our other feuds. What else do we got going on? So most of my feuds resolved. I still have Cross and Knight going on, and then Styles and Manhattan. And let's do okay. On the women's side, all I have is Carmella Ella for singles feuds. I'm not going to worry about tag feud right now. My tag champs are JC and Indy. So maybe I put together something with them. If I were to hire McLeod and Valhalla, I would have to turn somebody face. My instinct was Aaliyah because she's been on like a winning streak, but I don't think that works. The other instinct would be Carmella, but she's being a super heel right now. So then it would have to be Carrie Rush, Wendy Chu, Vicky McLeod, or Valhalla turns face. It can't be Vicky. Vicky is just a permanent like heel. That's just her character. Wendy and Carrie were both faces when they debuted, so them turning back would be fine. Carrie did just defeat Indy Hartwell with her whole like football storyline. Wendy just re-debuted. What about Valhalla? What's the thought of like, could we turn Valhalla? Valhalla and Wendy Chu had like a bit of a feud where like Valhalla was Wendy's like sleep paralysis demon. Or like a nightmare of sorts. That was like one of their original feuds. Men's matches are going to be, I feel like, well, okay. We have a lot of feuds going on here. A lot of level 3s, actually. And then Mahan Menswa is level 2. So we will need to get some of these men's feuds on the card. And then Flint McStones is back. So I might just do McStones and Cena. And then AJ and Menswa are the world. Okay. Or I could... Who was Rich Orikawa? Fighter. Wish you were not. Broderick. Pretty ruthless. What's going on with her? She's a 5 out of 5 promo skill. Oh, Vicky. Think of some matches. Let's put some matches. We are gonna do Swa Mahan. I think I want to do... Carrying Cross needs to rest. Where's our stamina looking at here? There we go. JC, Indy, Cross, Aaliyah. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll do a triple threat here. Put Cena in it. Maybe I do... Aaliyah and Dana just did a feud. Carry Rush. I feel like I'm restricting myself a bit. Carrie needs to sit off. So this might actually open the show. I don't want it to open the show, though. So that means I need to have a really good match to open the show. Which of my women can... 100 popularity can go. Dana. Zaya, Aaliyah. Wendy. Do like a fatal four-way. Wendy. Aaliyah. Carrie. Something like this. Just a placeholder. Everything's just a placeholder for now. about... No, this isn't even a right, because it's 3 heels and 1 face. Something about this is not right. I gotta settle on who I'm turning face. I don't think I have anybody else to put in this match besides Aaliyah. I mean, I could swap out Wendy here. Because I still have 200s. It's a good like balance of classes and roles. That's yeah. All people who didn't win at WrestleMania, except Carrie Rush did win at WrestleMania at Survivor Series. And so I might do, because I could have like a run-in interference from one of Vicky or I'm gonna hire her. Like I know I'm going to, so I may as well just like, get it over with. Bruiser. Yeah, because what would happen here is potentially like 2 feuds likely to be Zaya Wendy and Dana Carey. If I do an interference run-in, Vicky McLeod on, it would likely be Vicky on Zaya. I've run them before. Let's see here. Feuds. If I reset my filters here. Clear. We're looking for Vicky McLeod. Okay. Vicky has feuded with Xia Li twice, in both times in season 3. Both times for the world title. And they didn't get to that's right. They didn't get to blow off their feud because Vicky got vetoed at WrestleMania to retain the title. So it could be an unfinished business sort of thing. I don't know if they ever crossed paths ever since. Matches. If we do a search here for... Okay. MacLeod. Shotzi and JC. Shotzi and JC. She did end up facing Xia a few times. So there could still be like some unfinished business going on there. Like that. I don't know if I like it, but so I have Flint McStones on the card. Do another interference on Cena. all resting our tag champs. So I just need Aaliyah to do something. But I want to rest Aaliyah too. So what if triple threat? Turn Wendy back to face. We'll hire both of you. And you are heel bruiser and heel fighter. Heel fighter is interesting because that pairs with LA Knight. And potentially Flint McStones when I turn him face. Okay. Filling out our roster. I do need to have both these matches on the card because I want to rest Cross and Knight. Maybe I. Let's just think about this. It's not happening. This is also it could still happen. About this. Let's just play through things. Play through our head here. Put AJ into this match. Tornado tag, non-title. Then we run in Flint McStones on John Cena. I don't know if that's the feud I want, like, narratively, but it's a feud that makes sense. Now I just have no feuds on the card. go. Is that right? I feel good about this mess of a card. Yeah. Maybe I could be doing more. Do I have anybody even left? No, I have nobody left on the men's side, so just cancel that. Women's side. Like, do I have a fourth like heal that I could put in this match? Debuting Valhalla would be a bad shot. It weakens the match slightly, but it does get more people onto the card, so I think that's fine. Very likely that Xayah or Carrie win this match. Maybe Aaliyah is the one I turn face. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 faces. So 1D changing would turn it 6/6. If I were to change, I have to be like framing this from like what I want to do. I'm taking so long to book this. I have to think about. Oh bother! I wrote this all on the wrong page. Cloud, Valhalla, Orikawa. Fighter, heal bruiser, heal bruiser. Who am I trying to pair off here? Oh, thank you, Xavier Woods. I wouldn't have been able to figure that out myself. Okay. So we already have Ella and Carmella are in a feud, so they're good. I want to do from this. I want to do Xayah and Vicky, so I'll do them. 2, 2. If I were to swap Aaliyah, Aaliyah would go after Nikita. So 3-3. That leaves JC, Dana, and Indy versus Valhalla, Wendy, and Carrie. Potential pairings there. I mean, we could do tag. So we have JC and Indy are my tag champs. They have a feud going on with Nikita and Carmella, but I think I can just ignore that for now. And instead I would do... I could do Carrie and Valhalla. And then that would leave Dana and Wendy. Which works out because Wendy did interfere. Not interfere, but she did show up and return in that match. And then for my men's side, I already have LA Knight and Karrion Kross. I already have Manhattan and Styles. I already have Mahan and Mansoor. I was going to build up McStones and Cena. And that just leaves Orikawa as like a new person who I can just fit in wherever. Alright, I think I've got my plan. I should have done that first. So let's just make sure that all of what I'm doing here makes sense. Basically, does this match make sense? Because if I want to do JC Indy, the idea the only difference that I would make to make my plans make sense would be like I like Vicky debuting via a run-in because that's how she typically debuts. I would, although a debut to like more pomp and circumstance might make more sense for her as a returning former champion. So like the other idea I would have would be Wendy running in on Dana. And then I don't have anything for Vicky to do this week, but that might be fine. And then maybe I put off. I give Aaliyah a week to rest, and I'll just debut Vicky in a and yeah. Okay. This feels way better. I feel way better about it. I took a million years to do it. I have a superstar training, so depending on how Rich does. Okay, let's see here. Health spas, we've got a 1, a 2, and we have 5 3s, so I may as well just use one of these. All of these stars are resting this week. I don't believe I have them at all mentioned for doing anything. So I could use these health spas like on Aaliyah is like very happy, so I don't think she needs it. It might be more useful to build up. Build up the stamina of Indy and JC, especially because they're neutral face. So I might actually burn 2 health spa 3s here. It's risky, but they'll have a ton of stamina afterwards. Yes, she's happy now. And then I'll use a second one. She's happy as well. Okay. So that solves like a morale problem. Coast to coast. Okay. We'll just go ahead and book the Do I book the big open stadium? Is that like too risky, like cost wise? All the way up to that. Because yeah, this show costs $500,000. We are going to get like a ton of like revenue from ticket sales that might offset it. Because I mean, we did at Survivor Series, we had 70,000 in the crowd. This is just a weekly show, so it may not hit that much. But we would just need to, for our cost, our show cost is $500,000. We would just need to have 50,000 in the crowd to make that up, like over 50,000. This would be like way cheaper. This might be, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for like the big open stadium this week. Tornado tag to open it up. Main event match. Heel. This match, I think the order is correct. Like the tornado tag is going to be a big deal. I think, right? Tornado tag is stamina cost high, quality boost medium. Like I could put the titles on the line. To like give an extra boost, or I could. Do I have a Tornado Alley? There, now it's fine. Okay. Literally took a half an hour to book this show. Okay. Main event is going to be great. Mid-card match is going to build some stuff, both narratively and in-game. This is just a filler match. This is giving Carmella her main event. We've got this, we got this, we got this. I think that is what we can do. Yeah. Louisville, Kentucky. You're getting a show, Louisville. I don't know what big open stadium is in. I'm sure there's plenty of like music venues and stuff. Stress. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Huge revelations, a cliffhanger after the last episode, or after the live event of Survivor Series at location, state. But here in Louisville, Kentucky, on the road to 10 million fans, we welcome you, and let's see what the fallout looks like. In our opening match, we saw at the live event, we saw Mansois look for a new tag team partner in AJ Styles and was able to successfully capture the tag team championships. upsetting the team of the down-to-earth John Cena and Veer Mahan. And they come out and they're celebrating in Louisville their glorious, wealthy victory. And Cena and Mahan come out and they're like, you did not work for those titles. You just showed up and think you can just get away with it. And Mensua is like, yeah, that's exactly what we did. You wanna fight for these titles? You earn it. So a little convoluted, but they get in the ring, and rather than waiting for the referee to put some order into the ring, they just all start attacking each other. It becomes a tornado tag match, and in the middle of it, we see the return of Flint McStone's masters with his new master's in economics, or master's degree, or maybe he was going for a PhD. That would be funnier, I think. So let's do that. Flint McStone's PhD returns. Dr. McStone's, Professor McStone's. We'll figure out what the commentary is deciding what he'll be billed as. But he comes out and he attacks John Cena of all people. You think there is some like tension between him and Mensua. Because Mensua replaced him as tag team partner while he was doing his final exams, but he still shows some support and attacks Cena, and so we'll see what some fallout from that is. But we'll see who wins in this non-title match. Mensua and AJ in a 5-star legendary match that does start a McStone's Cena feud. So we'll have one feud. So Mensua and Styles defeat Mahan and Cena with a run-in from McStone's in a 5-star match. Neat. The big revelation from the last event was the Raw executive leadership team. Ella Rubau, Heath Manhattan, and Nikita Lyons were all exposed as being, Stephanie McMahon's, pet projects, perhaps, who have been, leading the show. Ella Rubau comes out, and she was called out specifically by Carmella because they've been feuding. They've been having matches back and forth. And Ella says, I've been thinking very hard about what I've done the last 5 years and the advantages that I've gotten, and I know that it has not been fair. And to make it up for it, I'm donating my salary to charity, and I will be stepping down from the Raw executive leadership team. So very humble, very, reserved promo, but the crowd loves it. They take her seriously. They're like, you know what, she was just taking an opportunity, and she's being humble about it for being called out and stepping down, and so they bear Ella no ill will, much to the frustration of Carmella, who's watching backstage. But we'll see, because now the executive leadership team has one less person. We had a few women's matches at Survivor Series. We had, let's see here. Carrie Rush did defeat the one of the tag team champions, Indy Hartwell, in a confusing football-related storyline. We also had Dana Brooke, unfortunately, lost to Aaliyah, and the returning Wendy Chu. And Xia Li did not make the card, although she still has an eye on Nikita Lyons' title, the title that she lost because of Nikita's now revealed her executive leadership position. So lots of some frustration. Carrie's got some momentum behind her, as football stars do, and so they're all scheduled for an exhibition, potential opportunities from it. And as they're waiting for it, they know it's going to be a fatal 4-way. Zaya, Carrie, Dana all come out. They're waiting for a fourth, and it is the returning Valhalla, an OG star on Monday Night Raw. So again, furthering the, I guess the consistency was more a goal for the men's roster, but consistency continues on the women's roster with Valhalla returning. And so this will be a fatal 4-way match. And in the middle of it, Wendy Chu comes out to attack Dana Brooke. So they're, for some reason, Wendy's got an issue with Dana, interfered in a way during their Survivor Series match, and is now interfering here in Louisville. So what will be the fallout of this match?
1, 2, that's it. Ring the bell.
Dana Brooke wins despite the interference. Does not start a feud. That sucks. But so Dana wins in a 3.5-star match. Brooke defeats Lee, Rush, and Valhalla. And perhaps one of the ways that, or one of the things we saw in that match, Brooke with the horn in from Shu, 3.5 stars, is that Carrie, Rush, and Valhalla were working really well together. Perhaps Carrie sees a new mascot for her team in Valhalla, and Valhalla sees a warrior. Short. This is actually a rare call-out promo from Heath Manhattan, so for it to be excellent just warms my heart. But narratively, Heath Manhattan is sitting backstage, and he is, he was one of the ones called out as a member of the executive leadership team. He is, he had mentioned I believe he cut a promo at Survivor Series where he called out Styles also. And he had said, everything I did, I had to do in the moment, and I wouldn't take it back. So he was kind of defiant a little bit. And he's still sticking to that, where he's just like, I took the opportunities that were in front of me, and everybody else would have done the same thing as me. And I'm doing what I can to maintain consistency, and I'm fighting a system here. He's being honest about it, but not like shying away. He is making no indication that he's going to step down from this leadership position. And while he's cutting this, LA Knight actually is preparing for his match, and he comes up to Heath Manhattan and he shakes his hand. And LA Knight acknowledges, like, we all would have done the same thing. So maybe a little bit of absolution for Heath Manhattan. Maybe just the roster's letting it go because they all know, they're all serious about maintaining consistency in the men's roster, and Heath has been the one to do that. And everybody was saying they would have all done the same. And so as LA Knight leaves to go for his match, AJ Styles attacks Heath backstage, and says, like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. So, but I still hate you and I want your title, even though AJ already has a title of his own and a win earlier in the night. So hopefully that makes sense. Heath, level 4 feud. That's not how I write that down. Manhattan calls Styles. Nice. Karrion Kross is unable to be here today. The former champion lost his title in the opening match of Survivor Series. And so he is taking a week to, return home and rest his wounds. But LA Knight, fighting champion, he comes out and he's like, I'll fight anybody in the locker room. And Rich Orikawa debuts. So an interesting choice for, again, a men's roster, which is looking to maintain consistency. But Rich is has been on other shows, And so he's coming out, perhaps a local Louisville favorite. And they're going to have just a little match, but in the middle of the match, perhaps Karrion Kross's logo appears on the screen to let LA Knight know it's not over between them. Kross wants his title back.
1, 2.
So it's a quick match here. Knight over Orikawa in a 3-star good match. Knight defeats Orikawa. 3 stars. And then as LA Knight is finishing the match, Vicky McLeod's music hits. This is a huge night for consistency of the rosters. The crowd goes nuts for this former champion. Vicky McLeod is, never part of the draft just because of her various, her status. It's a, contract issue. But she is constantly returning to the Raw roster after taking breaks. She's a huge star and doesn't even have to say a word in her promo. She just comes out, takes in the adulation from the crowd. Even though she's a heel, they know that she's a heel, and she is probably going to make somebody's life really miserable. And so there's a lot of speculation, like who is Vicky going to start a feud with next. And so it's just excellent. Just her being there is excellent. And in your main event, the Hellraiser, I suppose, Carmella, who has upset the balance of power here at Raw, has challenged Nikita Lyons. She wants to be in the main event. She wants a title. It has screwed up their tag team title aspirations. This feud and this hunt for gold of Carmella's. And so Nikita obliges. Nikita, massive heel heat. Carmella is getting mixed reactions because she did, her promo last week at Survivor Series was super exciting. Created a lot of intrigue. But Nikita, because Nikita, even more so than Heath, has been absolutely defiant. She says she is the executive leadership team. Even more so than Ella, who has stepped down. Even more so than Heath, who's just some nobody. Nikita is the executive leadership team, and she will prove it. And in a rare appearance, a rare flex of power, during the match, Stephanie McMahon comes out to show support for Nikita Lyons. And the crowd is like, whoa, we thought Stephanie was going to stay agnostic in all this, but she's clearly picking sides. And it's the intrigue in this match. Even though it's two heels, Nikita retains the title. 3 stars, wish that was better. But you know what, that's fine. That's just heel versus heel. Lyons defeats Carmella. 3 stars. I had fun with it. All right, let's see what the other shows do. SmackDown, we got tag team champs Chester and Loomis facing off against Trick Williams and Jey Uso. We got a lot of low staminas here, but they are all nearly 100 popularity, so this match is probably going to be pretty good. Uso and Williams pick up a win, 3.5 stars, no injuries. Candice LeRae is good. Jerry the King Lawler must be new to the show, so I'm with Hogan. So legend match.
That's it. Ring the bell.
This will probably either be great or stink. That's good. Tiffany Stratton calls out Raquel, and it's okay. Wade Barrett and The Rock, these are legends.
1, 2, ring that bell.
Wade Barrett, and it's great. And it's a backstage brawl, so that's going to be fans. Raquel is good. And Elias and Logan Paul, I believe Logan is a legend. So SmackDown is clearly going the legend route this round.
2, it's over.
Elias wins, unsurprisingly. They're not non-title match, 3.5 stars. All right. NXT, Cruz del Toro and Omos.
1, 2,
Rivalry, Extreme
it's
Rules.
over. Ring it.
Cruz del Toro Awesome. 4 stars. Undertaker is here, and he's excellent. Wes Lee and John the Fish Herman, both stamina's real bad. This is a risky match. Wes Lee wins. It's okay, no injuries. Goldberg is here, and he is cutting a promo for charity, and it's good. Roxanne Perez and Chyna. We can see that lots of legends on this show also. Risky stamina for Roxanne. But she retains. It's amazing. And no rivalry, no injury. Jive Owens is here, and he cuts an excellent promo on Roman Reigns. All right. And then tag team match. I believe Nakamura and Rollins are the champs. But good popularities, good staminas. This will be a decent match. It's Extreme Rules also. Might even be a 5-star match. 4.5. Good show from NXT. Okay. NXT 2.0, they are in a very small arena, and also have 2 promos unbooked. They probably ran out of money, actually, because the one promo they do have is advertising. This show is suffering.
1, 2.
Ezekiel Gallows. Ezekiel wins. It's great. All right. Clint McDougal cuts a promo, and it's okay. Gets him some money. Strowman and Bate.
1, 2.
Tyler Bate is some sort of champion. Tyler Bate retains, or it wins the match. Shanky and Santos Escobar. Santos is double champion. I think he was triple champion at one point. Santos wins. And it's good and starts a rivalry. That's something. And then Carter and Ripley. They do have a rivalry.
That's 3. Ring the bell.
Ripley wins. And it's amazing. Good booking from Raw. Good booking from SmackDown. Amazing booking from NXT. And good booking from 2.0. So we were just, if our main event had just been like a little bit better. Because yeah, okay, so heel is actually 0 stars for roll. At least face is something good. But yeah, I think that was really what did me in there. Was just that it was heel. Whoopsie. Made sense at the time. Let's see. We got McStones. You know what's Mahan is good. Everybody's stamina is good. Tag chemistries are great. Yeah, this was just an all-around good match. This match, just really good. Good performance. Just it being a normal match, and then the run-in probably hurt it. But we're building up Valhalla again. We're building up Kerry Rush. Everybody's stamina is good. This match, a decent showing for Orikawa. It was as good as it could have been. Yeah, this was definitely a performance week, I think. Okay, and not great showings rivalry-wise, but we'll figure it out. Okay, 129 rating score. Hey, 5,000 fans. We somehow managed to gain fans this week. $283,000, so we can run the big open stadium. We can afford it. That's great. Ultimate Man in the Ring says, if you ask me, Stephanie McMahon is playing with fire. Not the smartest move to interfere in a match and pick favorites on your own team. That gets the people talking. Wendy Chu attacked Dana during the match. Things about to get worse. I hope so. Mansoor and AJ Styles are an incredible tag team. Great. Raw was amazing. Thank you, Invincible House 81. At Royal Savage fall asleep. Says, so that was it. Can someone remind me why Nikita and Carmella were fighting for the title? So Nikita, the biggest blowhard, is up against Carmella, the second biggest blowhard. What? Hashtag Raw. Thank you for watching. Raucous response from the Louisville audience for their girl Valhalla, even when she insulted... Oh, was Valhalla from... I mean, Sarah Logan, yeah, is from Kentucky, right? So, all right. I didn't get a hometown bonus for that, but thank you, King Disaster USA. At Suplex Chairman Mania says, so Dana Brooke finally snapped that losing streak. Maybe she's turned the corner. Well, let's see what happens. AJ Styles says, good effort, Cena, but a losing effort from just another loser. Swiss fan says, don't get why Raw want to push Dana Brooke, because she's great. Shut up. Thank you for watching. And at Snakeshin Family, that's so okay. LA Knight caught me on a bad day. It'll be a different story next time. You keep telling yourself that, bud. SmackDown, 113 rating score. Lost 11,000 fans. Gained $12,000. Uso and Williams are a tag team. NXT, 132 rating score. 23,000 fans. $142,000, so they're making some money. And NXT 2.0, 99 rating score. 41,000 fans, though, so they use special promotion. They potentially could have lost fans otherwise. $76,000. They are... I really don't know what they're supposed to do here. They can't make any money. They need to get send one of their stars on a movie deal or something. Pre-match physio for Raw. And we continue to be in first place. And because that took too long, I need to refresh my recording.